Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 18th of May 2020. Welcome to video number 143. Today I want to talk about holidays and how holidays, why do you need it and how they can change basically your life. And listen, this video is going to be based on or stuck upon the video number 141, 142. So I would advise you to watch them before going forward, just to give yourself a perspective. That being said, let's just jump right into it. Let's just start with asking ourselves, how do we approach going for holidays? And when I say holidays, I mean taking your girl, maybe even your whole your family, and going to some hot country, some great place with the beach, and spending it a week or two just to chill and have fun. If you look how it works, many times it it is like we're struggling with life, we grind and grind and grind, and then once a year, maybe twice, it depends on how thick is your wallet. You're just taking your girl and take your family just to go somewhere, change the scenery, and kind of have a week or two just to breathe, just to have fun, just to stop worrying, and having a week of time to just chill out. And it's awesome. All of us like holidays, but I want you to look at this way. And I'm gonna over exaggerate because this whole video might be a little bit abstract, but I want you to kind of understand the rule behind it. You will see that it makes a lot of sense. If you look kind of and paint this whole picture like really extreme, you would see a family who's struggling to keep it together, and then when they go for holidays, they treat it as the moment that they can kind of release themselves from this leash of living and grinding, for day to day stuff, and they go there just to do what they want. And many times, this kind of approach will produce arguments of its own, just because I want to do that, you want to do that. And even though we are on holidays, we're supposed to have time to relax. We're not capable of, because we're arguing about what we're going to do to chill out. You know what I'm saying? But it's very visible when you work in corporate world and environment, because I've been working for years now, and I've seen this happening over and over again. People who are working over hours, people who are struggling with day-to-day life, they're not able to manage their relationship, and they wait for this one weekend that they can go and chill, especially when they go without their family. They go nuts. They get drunk, they use drugs, they sleep with each other, and there's complete mayhem. And then you see people doing that stuff and you say, whoa, I never thought that this person, this guy or this girl will do that. And then you go back to work Monday, everybody is like fully professional, and everything comes back to normal, but you never regain this respect that you had before that, because when people act like animals, then you say, bro, this is all smoke and mirrors. And the same things kind of happen in relationships, that that's why those holidays supposed to make it all better, but sometimes they don't. Sometimes it's just all an argument, it all end up really badly. But if you watch the videos 141, 142, and you as a guy especially, you understood that first of all, we are able to think about one thing at a time. So we're gonna stress or we're gonna chill. So that's why many of us, we do what needs to be done at home, and then try to retract or get back as soon as possible to do nothing, meaning to kind of chill, because that's where we find not being stressed. And then the video number 142, when I said that if you go one level deeper and try to understand what does it say and how you can use that, then I mentioned that if you spend this time that you could, watch your game or play games, you could use to just sit down and now when you're relaxing, ask yourself, what do you really want? And how can I get there? It it sparks this feeling in you that you found an idea or a place that you want to get yourself or with your family, and it inspires you. You become this person completely on fire. It's like, this is a great idea, and then it creates of you like a leader on fire, someone who will take his family and let them go through that experience and enjoy it, and becomes automatically a leader that they want to follow. But now if you put those two together, you'll see that if you start to doing that in your life before even going to this holiday time, your relationship and your family will look much better. Just because you were able to see positives, you're able to plan great things, you lead, so it all comes into place. But then if you open this creativity at home, when you take it to the holiday time, it's going to be amazing, because then you understand that when you can chill, you don't have to worry, then you can get creative. And then you'll do the same thing with your girl. And that's going to be fascinating, because you can get there and start to think like, what is the most crazy idea we can come up with, what we can do in life? And you can think like, well, we can just, I don't know, completely, change our home and, start to live somewhere else, maybe another town, maybe another city, maybe another country. I mean, what about just, going somewhere completely different, like changing everything? And you can, have fun, come up with some crazy ideas. But then you'll laugh, for a few days and having fun because you're chilling. Everything is just abstract, just having fun. But then you might be surprised, because the thing that you were laughing at day 3, at the day 5, you're eating dinner with your girl, and you'll say, babe, I don't know why, but I was thinking about this idea that we talked about, a few days ago. You remember the Alaska idea to move there for a few months or a year? I thought about it, and I'll be okay with doing that. Look, nothing holds us here. What do you think about it? And you'll be surprised when she'll say, I was thinking about the same thing. Maybe not for, move there to live there forever, but for a year, I'll be okay with that. And that will struck you, because it's that fast to move from, having fun and talking about abstract ideas to kind of start planning, because you'll ask yourselves, okay, so what would have to happen for us to do that move if we would, decide to do that? And you see, this is exactly what happened to us. My wife came, to me, a few, I don't know, it was like had to be like 2.5 years ago, or more or less 2 years ago, and she said, it had to be 2 more, but anyway, she came and said, listen, I thought about it, and I would like to move to Vancouver, Canada, for to do this training, this and that, not going into details. And we start talking about it, and I said, cool, I'm okay with that. And then we start kind of thinking, okay, so what would have to happen for us to do this? And we kind of start thinking about it, planning, and we start made a plan, and we told people about it, a few of our friends about it, just that we were planning to do this, and at the beginning they said, okay, sure. But then the closer we were to making this plan, to happen, basically, they started asking, and I was, yep, everything is according to plan. And they were surprised. Some of them started thinking, maybe there's something to it. And then, a few months before, when I kind of negotiated with my company that I'll leave, I told my guys, so, wow, some of the people were surprised. So, really going? I think you were kidding. And I said, no. In a few months, we're gone. And then I remember when I took a few of my friends to the restaurant, just a month, I think, before we were flying out. And we had a great time. But some of them told me, you're courageous. I would never be so courageous to do something about it. So I kind of asked them, would you ever, have you ever thought about it, moving, doing something? And they say, yeah, but I don't have this courage. So you see, this is amazing that so many of us are thinking about changes, thinking about, doing something different or differently. But we need just this one little push. And that's fascinating, that the way for you to have courage and to be in a position to allow yourself to do that, you'll have to get out of this. Again, I'm over exaggerating. Be able to move from this picture of family who's struggling with day-to-day life, and you think about holidays as a runaway from this madness, to family that you, especially as a guy, because I'm talking to you, my brother, that you are able to have this ability to reset, have this evening for yourself or a day for yourself, that you're able to regain strength to deal with your life. Then you are able to spend time, kind of open this possibility, open your eyes for creativity that you have, because you spending time thinking, what do I want and how can I make it happen in your relationship. It changes the whole thing. And then when you go for the holiday time, you can take your girl, go through all of that with her, and then you might be surprised that you're going to come back home with a vision for something completely different. And then this one holiday will redirect the whole future of your family, because you had guts and courage to dream, courage to be creative, and courage to ask yourself, if we decide to do that, what would have to happen? What do we need to go through to make this thing a reality? And that would surprise you, because everything starts with you enabling this creativity in your head as a guy to lead your family to go farther wherever you want to decide to go. And I'm over exaggerating because I'm using these holidays as just an example, because when you learn how it all works, you'll be able to see that, drinking coffee or tea with your wife, in the evening, during the, I don't know, maybe a weekend. Maybe now where we're in quarantine, maybe that's the time to kind of dream like this. But it all starts with you being able to lead them, to show them, listen, there's so much we can do. How can we approach that? So this is what I want you to take from this video. You are so much more creative, so much more brave and courageous that you ever expected to be. You just need to know how to tap into it. So learn how to lead as a guy, learn how to be this person in your relationship. And then she, whatever it's going to be on holidays, whenever it's going to be, during the weekend, drinking tea together, just chilling, she will not be afraid, because you will not be afraid to just ask a question. If we decide to do it, what will have to happen? So think about it and do something about it, because if you taste it and see how you can lead in this kind of amazing moments, you'll see that you're just this close of helping your family decide to change the direction for the whole life, for the whole future. It will make you feel amazing. If you like this video, comment, share, like. If you didn't, do the same thing. And give me a shout. What do you think about it? Because maybe I don't see something, and I would be glad to see what's your point of view on the subject. And if there's anything you want me to record about, I'll be glad to do it, so just give me a shout. And let's start there. That being said, see you tomorrow.